Trail marker H1. I'm gonna hike the red trail figure 8 today. I'm passing trail marker H2, which is the marker for the orange trail, which goes off in that direction. I'm gonna stay on the red trail. I'm on the red trail. I can see downtown Louisville in the distance. I'm hiking past the campgrounds. I'm on my way to trail marker H3. I'm approaching trail marker H3. This is where the fire hydrant is. I'm on my way to H4. I'm at trail marker H4. If I wasn't doing the figure 8, I would head off in this direction. I was going to do the figure 8, so I'll head over to H5, make the big loop around, and I'll end up coming back this way. And I'll go past H4 again, and then head back over to H5. And then I'll take the shortcut trail that leads past Horine Cemetery and down to Cemetery Road, which leads to the parking lot where I'm parked. See if any deer up there. They don't stick around long. I'm at trail marker H5. Since I'm doing a figure 8, I'm going to make the loop around that leads back to H4. Then I'll come back here to H5 and take this trail, which leads past Horine Cemetery and down to Cemetery Road, which leads to the parking lot. This is where that deer ran off. Last time I hiked this trail, the leaves were still on the trees. Beautiful up here this morning. The red trail is 5.8 miles, but the way I'm hiking it today, it's probably much more than that. This is a beautiful spot. It's not the little river in the Smoky Mountains, but it will do. Guess I'm headed up to the top of this hill. This is a pretty steep hill right here. I'm pretty close to the top of the hill. Now I'm at the top of the hill. It's a trail marker here. But there's no number on it. I think I'll hike to the end of this. I think it's just a spot that gives you a better view. With the leaves off the trees, might be a good view. It is a nice view up here. Heading back to the red trail. I think I'm at about the highest spot on this trail. Gives you a pretty good panoramic view. Maybe this is the highest spot. all that wind, we lost several trees yesterday. I'm heading towards trail marker H4. This is where I am on the L trail zip. It's about right there. It's H4. And I'm going to come over to H5, go all the way around, and then end up at the parking lot. I was looking at my All Trails app and a deer ran through here. I'm back at trail marker H4. This is how I came in. This trail runs parallel to the trail I came in on, or hiked in on. I'm headed over to H5. This is where I am on the All Trails app. See, almost to trail marker H5. I'm at trail marker H5. I'm finishing up the red trail figure 8. I'm gonna hike down this way and hike past the Horine Cemetery and then down Cemetery Road to my car. When I get to the bottom of this hill, I'm going to have a very steep climb up a hill until I get to the cemetery. But once I get to the cemetery, it's all downhill from there. A little more water today running underneath this bridge. Well, now it's time to make the steep climb up this hill. Made it to the steps. It's a big drop off here. Still climbing the hill. I'm finished with the really steep part, but I'm still going uphill. About the cemetery road and the Horine cemetery marker. Age 14. Guess I'll go ahead and walk up to the cemetery. Like I said before, you couldn't ask for a more beautiful and peaceful resting place than this. Cemetery road's not all downhill. I had to hike up this hill. But nothing strenuous. I'm hiking down Cemetery Road on my way to my car. I hiked some before I started the red trail. So I figure by the time I get to my car, we'll have hiked at least 8 miles. I'm enjoying this beautiful morning. Couldn't ask for better weather than this. I'm approaching the Orange Trail. This is where the Orange Trail comes out. Trail marker H7. Never did see trail marker H6. Seems like the Horine cemetery marker should have been H6. I'm at the end of Cemetery Road on my way to the parking lot. Passing group site number 2. This is the trail I started my hike on, which leads to trail marker H4. There's the parking lot up there. This is how you enter the campgrounds. Made it back to my car. There's the Horine Conference Center back there.